Welcome back to the grind, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. But also, yeah, we're seeing great fear in the market. We're back in extreme fear territory. Bitcoin's down, markets are down, Tesla's down. Uh, Almost all index funds are down, going down. A lot of fear in the markets. I personally think the fear will stay for now. I do think we can let it work to our advantage. At least I think I can let it work to my advantage. I'll talk about that in the video. I'll talk a little bit about the tariffs, why they're bad, uh, or at least why they're bad for Americans. But I think they're also going to be bad for basically all around the world, worldwide. Eventually, everyone will be affected by it, some more than others. But at least for the short to long term, I think these will have massive effects globally. It'll change and shape sectors if they stay on. If Trump continues to push these, possibly even up them even further, like moving the steel tax up to 50%. He said he'd do it. He went back a little on his word, but we initially thought he would not push those 25% tariffs either, because he was also pushing back, pulling back on it. But he uh, ended up posting them, whatever the word is. He ended up enforcing them. And if he enforces the 50%, obviously the effects will be magnified. But yeah, let's get into the video. And before I do that, though, these are just my personal opinions. Please be wary of that. I do what I think will happen. I act on my own visions. I am by no means an expert. I just act on what I think will happen. Also, the channel is still growing slowly but steady. We're getting very close to that 500 mark. And yeah, if you feel like helping me out, or if you want me to make more content, please hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get into it. All right, welcome back, everyone. For once, I'm not starting on CoinMarketCap, but I'm starting at Psychology Today, of all places. But Doom Spiral is the key word of this video. It's what I wanted to talk about, and basically the sentence that comes after: when negative thoughts get out of control. And in all honesty, the thoughts about the economy, the global situation, are pretty negative. I mean, if the peace truce does happen in both Gaza and Russia, obviously that will be very euphoric, very good news. Not sure how long it will last, if it will last, if it will come to fruition anyway. But in general, markets are negative. These tariffs that are happening are going to affect American consumers, Canadian consumers, pretty much consumers worldwide. As I said, some countries will be affected more than others. But in all honesty, I think the American people will be hit the hardest by this, because it's an import tax. The importer pays it, and eventually the end consumer, the person that buys the product after it's imported, has to pay those additional fees, because otherwise an importer will lose money on it. He won't do that, so he'll directly calculate those tariffs into the price to the end consumers, which in this case will be the Americans, at least for the larger part. And yeah, there are some retaliatory tariffs, but look at Canada. They're just trying to boycott American products altogether. Now, obviously, you cannot do this overnight. You will need to build new connections, new countries, new partnerships, whatever. But prices in America were already much higher than other countries. I've noticed. I complain about the prices in the Netherlands. Well, I want to say occasionally, but it's more than occasionally. But I saw price tags in Walmart for eggs or something. A person posted some screenshots of prices in it, and it was $12 and roughly 30 cents a carton. Just for comparison, in the Netherlands, they're currently, I think it's around €4 for a carton. Small eggs, but like 24 eggs or something. And this was 12 eggs compared to 24 eggs. So basically, it's $2 for 12 compared to $12. And that's without the tariffs. And I'm not sure if they import eggs or not. I have not calculated the full effect, obviously, but considering Americans are already being affected by this, American companies will be affected by this. There will be layoffs. It's a given. A 25% tariff overnight, you cannot gradually work that into a price. So, yeah, the Americans will be affected by this. Both companies and the end consumers directly, but also companies will go bankrupt. People will lose jobs. Will be able to afford even less. The information that I found is that both with the cuts Musk is doing and Trump is enforcing. Like I'm honestly, I'm not too informed about it, but benefits like Medicaid and I think unemployment, whatever, all those benefits are being cut across the board. So yeah, I personally think there will be a massive recession heading towards us currently. Obviously, it can all be fixed. The long term effects of this will be there, but it can be fixed. But the question, what I'm thinking is, does he want to? Does Trump or Musk, do they want to change the course they're on? And I don't think they are. I think in the long term, like after Trump, in 4 or 5, 6, possibly 10 years, I think markets will have recovered by then, possibly in new sectors, new partnerships, whatever. But I think for the next few years, I think we got to get ready for this doom spiral. Negative thoughts will get out of control. Negative thoughts will be reinforced. Negative stuff will happen. There will be upsides, but I think there will definitely be downsides, and the next few years will be buying time, is my philosophy. Do we go up earlier? Also completely fine, but the proof currently is that markets are going down. So on my last few buys, yeah, I am in a slight loss, but this is exactly what I've been preaching all along. Now we wait to see how far we go. How hard will we crash down? And the only thing we have to do is make sure we have cash on the side, not take risky bets. If you can, if you are still in profit, try to get rid of some riskier assets, maybe some altcoins, maybe some other risky investment you did. Try to secure your funds, try to secure your main sources of income, and make sure you have cash on the side to be able to buy yourself out of this negative spiral. And this will be my game plan. If by some miracle I am completely caught off guard and we do go up, completely fine as well. The same strategy applies. We'll just be buying higher prices, but even then we wait for these dips. I do not think this will happen though. I really wanted to, but I mean, if we look at the S&P from February to now, well, it's a little higher now, but it's dropped roughly 10%. Tesla is down 55%. It's going up a little bit as I'm filming it right now. I think it's up like 5 or 6%, but 55% drop for Tesla. And it's not a mystery why Trump did the video with all the Teslas in front of the White House. It's to help Musk out, try to get him some good publicity. I get it. I get why he's doing it. I do think all of this will kickstart it, though. I think this will push a bigger move down, more panic in the market. We can see it in the fear and greed index in crypto. I might actually need to refresh this. It's a little up today. Crypto's a little up. It was lower. It was 17 the last time I checked it. But yeah, we are in extreme fear, right on the edge of it. But extreme fear, I do think we'll see a little push up. But for now, there's not enough euphoria in the markets or in the world in general for me to say, yeah, this is a time where we will see price hikes or prices moving up. And yeah, apart from the few exceptions, some meme coins, some smaller stuff, Pi coin. But even Pi coin, it looks like it's going up a lot, but I think it topped out at around $3. So even Pi coin's down a lot. But yeah, crypto, Bitcoin, it's up a little. It's back 83, but it's still a long shot off from 100K and a much longer shot off from the 120K. But it does not really matter. It does not matter for our long-term plan. My buys here have triggered. These last few lines were from a live stream, actually. And that was that buy and sell as well, by the way. So I used, I posted a trade in the live stream and I forgot to remove it. So that's why it got triggered. But it was just an example because someone asked the question. But speaking of, actually, I'll grab my BTC chart. So I called this blue line a few weeks ago. I thought we were around this area. And what did I base this blue line of? Well, we can see it, I think, on the daily chart a little bit better. It's history repeating itself. It's basically happened here, it's happened here, it's happened here, it's happened there, it's happened there, and it's happened there. Every time we see a big move up, we see a big correction down. And people were calling me crazy. Trump came into power again. Bitcoin was going to go to 500K, 200K. I've made videos with that in the title. A little bit of clickbait, I admit. I do think it can happen, but like I said, I think it will be the 4 or 5 year mark. Maybe in Trump's term, but not the way it's going right now. He's causing massive fear in the markets, especially for bigger investors, retirement investors, people who just want to put their money in a safe haven are panicking. So yeah, this will cause panic. And panic, when in panic, what do people do? They sell. When people sell, prices start going down, and at the very least, they don't go up. So if you are into day trading, you can do a little bit. You might do some short-term trading. Let's just get rid of that line. So if we grab BITUNIX, like, we might have a little of a dead cat bounce going on. But even now, you can see that there's not a lot of volume pushing it up. Yeah, it's moving up, but it's not big candles. It's not big volume, big euphoria. In fact, you can see that there's still a lot of selling pressure. So yeah, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing the confidence in Bitcoin currently. But if we do go back to 70,000, that'd be a great place to buy, especially if you're new to crypto, you're just getting into crypto, or you were about to, and now you see all this panic and you're not sure of what to do. This would be the time to start buying. It feels very counterintuitive because it is. You don't want to reach for a falling knife, basically, but this is the time. If you want to start in crypto, this is the time you start buying. When everybody else is fearful, when everybody is panicking, we make the smart decision. We buy on the cheap. And let's say we do buy at this price. And let's say it does go back up to its all-time high. So let's say we just start here. And we go back to 100K, maybe let's say 110. That's 32% from here. So even if it just goes back to its old price, you will have made to at least 32%. But what I'm expecting is we go a little bit lower, we buy back here, we buy more here, possibly even all the way back to 55K. I'm sort of hoping that will happen. Obviously, I don't want us to stay there, but because I'm not using any leverage, I have moved out of all my risky positions. I'm just waiting to see what happens. If it goes back down to 55, that will be a great time to buy. Obviously, if I want to buy more Bitcoin, I want to hold more Bitcoin, I'd rather buy it at 55 then at 70K. That is the basic point I am trying to make. And a lot of people, they agree, everybody agrees, but they do the exact opposite. They're afraid to buy at 55. They wait for it to recover. They wait too long. Then it's back at 80. Then they get in. Then it crashes back down to 55 because it was a dead cat bounce. And then they're panicking. They're selling because they can't afford to lose the money, or they're using heavy leverage, or they're over trading, whatever. They're liquidating their accounts. They start selling again. And Bitcoin, the selling pressure exhausts, and Bitcoin start going back up, and they do the exact same thing. So they're trading exact opposite to what the price does. And that's why we have to be smart. We have to keep buying these massive dips. The lower the price goes, the better the price for us. Because I believe in Bitcoin. I believe Bitcoin will go up in the future. I believe in roughly 10 years, it will mean, well, roughly my retirement fund. So in 10 years, I hope to cash out. So that's why I'm buying now, because if I'm right, in 10 years, it'll be worth a lot more. If it'll be worth the exact same, let's say it sticks around that 100K for 10 years, every chance I get to buy below that 100K, I'll still have made money, and still a percentage of 20, 30, 40%. That'll still mean profit in the long run. All right, so that's pretty much what I wanted to say. An easy option might be, if you want to trade, go to BITUNIX. I have a link in the description below. You get some deposit bonuses, whatever, possibly another exchange, whatever you want to use, and put in some limit orders. What are limit orders? Easy. They're limit orders or market orders. Get those limit orders. Why not limit? Why not market? Limit orders are cheaper, and they guarantee you the price you want to pay for it. So you can post all these trades in advance. So the next time it touches 76, I want to buy. When we reach 65, roughly, I want to buy. When we reach 60, I want to buy. And the same when we reach 50. All these trades, you can post them in advance. You can cut a little money into it. Then all you have to do is wait till prices move that direction. And you can do this, and you can set a stop loss for it if you want to, or you can set a take profit for it if you want to, because you want to move some funds out when it goes up, so you have more funds on the side for when it goes down again. But again, that's entirely up to you. I will most likely be doing that. And yeah, you can use BitUniX for it, or BTCC is also a very good one. I have another link to that in my description below. Both of them have some deposit bonuses, some extra reduced fees, and similar stuff like that. Feel free to use it. If not, also completely fine. Yeah, if you found my video informative, you would do me a massive favor if you like and subscribe to this video. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers, my first very real achievable goal, I'd say. Yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll hope to see you on the next one.